Hey guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to be talking about Indo-Fijians. And well, look, to explain about this amazing phenomenon of an empire sending people from one of its colonies to another one of its colonies, and well, that's probably the simpler way to explain that, because it all started with the British Empire. The British had made a very powerful empire, had colonies in every continent, and since 1612, they slowly started colonizing the Indian subcontinent, to the point that it was completely taken by the British Empire. And by around the 19th century, the British Empire colonized Fiji, and by the 1820s, Levuka was established as the first European-style town in Fiji, on the island of Avalau. And well, for a long time, Indians had been employed, to work on European ships, which were trading in India and the East Indies. And many of the early voyages to the Pacific either started or terminated in India. And many of these ships were either wrecked or completely just lost in the uncharted waters of the South Pacific. And well, anyways, the first recorded presence of an Indian in Fiji was by Peter Dillon, a scandalwood trader in Fiji of Lascar, who survived a shipwreck and lived amongst the natives of Fiji in 1813. And well, about 60 years later, there was many demands by planters in Fiji to obtain Indian labor from the British Council and the government of India, but all requests were turned down. But an official request by the Kakobau government was informed that the British rule in Fiji was a precondition for an Indian immigration to Fiji, and soon the start of Indian immigration to Fiji would start. And many of these Indians that immigrated to Fiji were from different regions and backgrounds from India and other neighboring countries. However, most came from rural villages in northern and southern India. In January 1879, 31 Indians who had originally been indentured laborers in Reunion were brought from New Caledonia to Fiji under a contract to work on a plantation in Tavanui. Soon, an entire system would be created called the Indian Indenture System, which was used by European powers after slavery. And well, sadly, more than 1 million Indians were transported to labor in European colonies. And after many years later, the Indians would start to mingle or intermarry with other Indians or even with the native Fijians, which later on would create the Fijian Indian identity. And soon, of course, the system would die off, especially in 1916, when public outcry happened in Britain itself to stop the system completely. And well, it eventually did. And well, after everything that happened, a new identity was created. But soon, a little tension in the 60s would start between the Indo-Fijians and the native Fijians, mostly about whether everyone should just be Fijians or there should be some type of change to classify nationality. But it was just chosen that everyone in Fiji would just be Fijians, and if you had to distinguish anyone from their descendants, then you could say Indo-Fijian for someone that's from Fiji but has Indian descent. But anyways, Fiji is a very beautiful and developed country, even though it had its little problems, such as coups that have happened in the past. They are very amazing people with a beautiful country. Hopefully, one day I could visit since they have very beautiful beaches. But anyways, guys, thank you guys very much for watching this video. I have big plans coming soon. Like I said in my last video, hopefully I'll be uploading more consistently, about every 2 weeks. So that's my plan for right now for this channel. And like I said earlier, I have big plans for this channel. I would like to make more make more like videos that are more interesting, of course, and talk about things I haven't talked about in a while on this channel. Like, I would like to talk about some things about Venezuela, since I talked about it last time, about 2019, and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. So remember, kids, eat your vegetables.